Good morning. It's Wednesday, May 7th, 2025. And the message that I'm hearing from Spirit, God is saying that people are just talking way too much and not really saying much of anything that's of value, of real value to humanity. Or people are just complaining too much about everything, complaining about this, complaining about that, never ending complaining about their circumstances, or never ending complaining about the events that are happening all over the world without really doing anything to change the situation for themselves or for humanity. People are finding themselves, whenever it's time for them to do something, they're choosing to opt out of their authenticity and into a life of pretending or performance. Most everything we see today is about performance, but people are not really being who they are because they're too afraid of being judged by the world for being weird or different. They're afraid that they're going to get laughed at or locked out or picked on, ridiculed, humiliated. People are afraid of looking different. If you don't look like everyone else, act like them, talk like them, walk like them, dress like them, if you don't have the same hobbies as everyone else, then people are afraid that if they're not like everyone else, then they're going to be lonely or they're going to be laughed at. So people are choosing to deny who they are, and they are choosing to deny the world of who they are supposed to be just because they're afraid of rejection. They're afraid of loneliness. People are afraid that if they don't show up the way people want them to show up, then their life is not going to be happy and their life is going to be hard. But in reality, the resistance that people face, the hardships that they face, the difficulty in life, most of the difficulty, hardship, resistance that people are facing in life, why life seems to be so hard for them. People are choosing to opt out of their authenticity because they're afraid of being ridiculed or rejected or isolated. People are choosing to conform instead of being who they are because they're feeling pressure from the world. So many people are caving to the pressures in the world to conform to everyone else instead of being the person that you signed up to be before you came here. I say this often. You don't receive information or insight or even opportunities until you are a vibrational match for them. And the vibration of this planet is steadily raising. It's rapidly raising. And as this planet raises, as people are having higher realizations, because they are becoming a vibrational match for these realizations, it becomes harder and harder for them to resist being the person that they contracted to be here. As the vibration of the planet continues to raise, it becomes more and more difficult for people to resist their true calling, to resist acting in their authenticity. So they start to feel more and more pressure. And the pressure that they're feeling is not pressure that's just coming from the outside. It's a pressure that's coming from the inside. It's the splitting that happens, the resistance that happens when you don't reconcile your emotions to your intuition. As the frequency of this planet continues to rise, You are being shown deeper and deeper truths about the world and where you fit or even don't fit in this world. Your place in this world is becoming more and more clear. And it causes more pain, more cognitive dissonance for you to resist those truths about the world and yourself. So, in order to keep people from being in their authenticity, the rulers of this world know that as the frequency of this planet rises, and the people on this planet who don't resist their calling, and by not resisting, it allows them to rise, their frequency to rise with the frequency of the planet. But the political structures and religions and organizations of this world are all built on this lower frequency. To them, you living in your authenticity does them no good because they can't receive the value of your authenticity if they're not a vibrational match for it. And you living in line with your authenticity is raising your energetic vibration along with the energetic vibration of this planet. So in order to keep control of you, they have certain mechanisms in place. Mechanisms in the social media, in the food, and the entertainment. Even mechanisms that are woven between church and state. All of these things are intricately designed to make you numb, to make you complacent, to make you slow, to make you ill, to make you confused, to make you forget. All of these things work together to keep you from remembering who you are and who you signed up to be. When you listen to what other people say about you, and then you go look in the mirror, and you're like, wow, I'm such a weird person. Nobody does this what I do. Nobody dresses like this. Nobody talks like me. Nobody likes the things that I like. Nobody wants to hang around me. Nobody wants to talk to me. When you listen to what those people in the world say about you, it makes you feel like you don't belong. But actually, you're exactly where you belong. You're exactly where you belong. You contracted to be here exactly the way that you are. So as long as you keep denying yourself, and as long as you keep changing who you are or holding yourself back, as long as you keep on allowing other people to define you, you are actually doing a disservice to this world. You are here to be exactly who you are learning that you are right now. So the best thing that you can do for yourself and for humanity right now, if you want to be truly happy and fulfilled, the best thing that you can do right now is to stop resisting and stop listening to the lies that this world is telling you about who you are. I love this scripture. Matthew chapter 6, verse 33 says, "Keep on seeking first the kingdom and his righteousness, and all these other things will be added to you." Spirit is giving me some clarification about that scripture. That scripture is really saying, you will have everything that you're supposed to have if you will choose to be everything that you're supposed to be. You will have everything that God promised you that you will have, as long as you are committed to being that person that you're supposed to be. When that scripture says, keep on seeking first the kingdom and his righteousness, and all these other things will be added to you, That scripture is talking about you being in your authenticity. Your purpose is in your authenticity. So if you're not being exactly who you are, that's why you're not happy with your life right now, because you don't know what your purpose is. You haven't found your purpose. And you haven't found your purpose because you are not accepting or embracing the person you see in the mirror.